All right, last chapter of the last lesson of the chapter. I'm all excited because then I get to stop making videos today. All right, use a distance formula in the Pythagorean theorem and its converse to solve problems. Geez, they're putting a lot of stuff in these two little pages. So, what is the diagonal length of the projector screen? Well, guess what? We have two legs. This can be A and this can be B. So the diagonal is C, right? The diagonal is always C. So we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the diagonal. So we say that we take A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So in for A, I'm going to put 7 squared, and for B, I'm going to put 3 squared. And I'm going to simplify. 7 squared is 49, 3 squared is 9. Then I'm going to add 49 and 9 and get 58. Okay? So then we have to undo the C squared, so we have to take the square root of both sides. When we square root C squared, we get C, and the square root of 58 we're just going to bring down as the square root of 58. And then we're going to find the square root of 58 on our calculator. And when we do that, we get 7.62 when it's rounded. So the diagonal length is about 7.62. And we can feel confident about that answer because the diagonal has to be the longest length, and we got a length that's longer than the two legs. Okay, find the distance between the points to the nearest tenth. J and K. Whew. So, let J be x2, y2, and K be x1, y1. Honestly, it doesn't matter which one's x2, y2, which one's x1, y1, as long as you substitute them in correctly. So let J be x2, y2. For J, our coordinates for x are -4, and our y is 0. And for K, our x is 0, and our y is -3. Okay, that's a 0. I know it kind of looks like a fancy 9, so let's rewrite that. Okay, so I went and I found the coordinates, and I wrote them above, and now my x2 is 4, my y2 is 0, my x1 is 0, my x1 is -3. So all you have to do is find the coordinates of the 2 points, label one x2, y2, label the other x1, y1. Okay, and we're going to be using the distance formula. And again, formulas make your life a little bit easier because you're just substituting. Okay? And then following the order of operations. So, x2 above we said was 4. -4 to be perfectly correct. And minus x1, which was 0. Plus y2, which was 0. Minus y1, which was a -3. Okay? Now we're going to subtract. -4 minus 0 is still -4. And on this next one, we have two negatives, so those are going to change to a positive, and 0 plus 3 is 3. Now we're going to simplify. -4 squared is equal to -4 times -4. So that equals 16, and 3 squared is 9. And then you add, and you get 25, and then the square root of 25 is 5. So the distance between J and K is 5 units. Okay? If you want to do another one, because I think we probably should, we can look at well, I don't know why my stuff isn't erasing there, but that's fine. We can look at L and M, okay? And we can say that L is at 4, 0. That negative sign means nothing. And that, so this was L. And that M was at 5, negative 3. Okay? So then 1 is just x2, y2, 1 is x1, y1. So then we take our formula, and in for x2, we put 4 minus x1, which was 5, plus y2, which was 0, minus y1, which was negative 3. Then we subtract. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. 0 minus a negative 3, there's two negatives, so we change those to positives, is 3 squared. And we simplify. Negative 1 squared is like negative 1 times negative 1, so it equals positive 1, plus 9, because 3 squared is 9. Then we add 1 plus 9 and get 10, and take the square root of 10, which is 3.16. So the distance between J and K, or in this case L and M, because we changed it, is 3.16. Okay, we could do the same thing with K and L. We just follow that formula. We put our 2 points down. We put x2, y2 above one coordinate pair, x1, y1 above the other coordinate pair. Substitute in, subtract within our parentheses, square, then add and take the square root sign, or the square root. So, tell whether the given side lengths form a right triangle. Okay, in order for your side lengths to form a right triangle, your two legs, the two shorter sides, when you square them, have to be equal to the longest side squared. Okay? So we have to compare a squared plus b squared to c squared, and we want these to be equal. That's the hope. So A, B, C, right in a row. If you write them in order from smallest to largest, you can just do A, B, C. Okay, so A we have 9 squared, B we have 12 squared, and C we have 15 squared. And we're seeing, are these equal to each other? That's why I put a little question mark above it. 9 squared is 81, 12 squared is 144, equals question mark, 15 squared is 225. And then we add 81 and 144, and we get 225, and that equals 225, so the side lengths form a right triangle. Let's do 2, 3, and 4. So this is A, B, C, because they're in order from least to greatest. So we have A squared plus B squared, and we're hoping or seeing if that equals C squared. So A squared is 2 squared plus B squared, which is 3 squared, equals C squared, which is 4 squared. 2 squared is 4 plus 9. Oh, we still need a little question mark. And we're questioning if that'll equal 16. 4 plus 9 is 13. It does not equal 16. So the side lengths don't form a right triangle. There's a T at the end of right. Okay, do your check out and then get started for the day.